Action. Action. From my kitchen recording. Once again, I make my recording from the kitchen because people enjoy this way of recording. You read right. Knowledge is dangerous. Misunderstood. Knowledge is dangerous. I had a conversation in the comment section and people wanted to know more. They want more. And I returned, sometimes we can't just write in the comments information without preparing the reader. And the worst is people will read the information and in this way they learn misunderstood knowledge. And you know what? We suffer a lot in our life. Not so much because of other people hurt us. Mostly we hurt ourselves because we are always exposed to ourselves. Okay, sometimes we suffer because something made something wrong. But normally this doesn't happen that frequently. But 24 hours a day we are exposed to ourselves, to our mind, to our knowledge. We think this is good and then we act on it. And because we are so familiar with it, we think this is safe. But this can be a complete misinterpretation. And the problem is nobody corrected us because we never shared this information. We learned this information and then we decided this is true. I learned it. It seems so familiar. Therefore, it is true. But only because you know something, this doesn't mean that it is true. It might even become a habit. But it's not true. And let's be honest. We act on our habits stored in our subconscious mind, and we are led by our subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is our pilot. There's no doubt about it. And the big problem is we live a long time, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years and so on. And when we learn something in the past, this might be even good at the past, but this information doesn't fit anymore to your current age, to the current time, to the current surroundings. But mostly we still act in the same way because it is so familiar. It became a habit. And believe me, when you are not satisfied and you want things that you still don't have, mostly you are suffering under your own perspective. Sorry for saying this, but this is the truth. It's not your neighbor, it's not your sister, your brother, not even your parents, not the education, not your teachers, not your older friends. They might have given wrong input, but we didn't correct it. We still can correct it. If something doesn't fit our life, we can relearn it. Do we really do this? And if we don't, this is our problem, because every day we can renew our perspective, and we need to do this, that we are still prepared for the next moment. Whatever we learned in our life, we can relearn it, and we are responsible of what we store in our memory bank. And when something doesn't fit anymore, it's high time to renew it. And we are full of knowledge, and sometimes misunderstood knowledge, or this knowledge has no more value. And as long as we act on this knowledge, we will be lost. So we really have to be careful of our own knowledge, of the knowledge of the past. We really should reflect a lot. And if something doesn't work the way you want it to be, to happen, believe me, we ourselves hinder us. And the only thing we can do, change the perspective drastically. You can even get a coach that you trust to get a new feedback. And believe me, this is worth it. We don't live forever. And this makes our lifetime so precious. And we can't trust our knowledge, our older knowledge that doesn't fit anymore to the recent time. And this was the meaning of this video, to remind you and elaborate a little on this topic. Thanks for listening until the end. Here's more good stuff on my channel.